Honestly, the whole reunion was about KACIE. Like, KACIE is that girl, I guess. And why is Brandon on the damn freaking reunion since we're putting irrelevant people there? Where is Anna? It's your girl, Mimi. Welcome to my channel. So in today's video, we are doing a recap of the reunion of Love is Blind Season 9. And this reunion could have just been an email. Like, it gave absolutely nothing. Like, I watched it, I slept off, then I continued on. It was pretty boring to me. Like, Jordan is looking good. Jordan is looking good. Like, I saw a TikTok that said it looks like Cole Sprouse. He does. Megan, if I have to compare Jordan to your new man, Jordan is a catch, but let's get into it. So Megan basically says she ended things because they had different lifestyle. I mean, we basically saw it. But I'm confused because Meg, you came onto the show to basically date people you've never dated before. But I guess she tried it and saw that she wants a rich man. She wants someone that's, got that money. And Jordan, unfortunately, it was never going to be. Then she was like, I could have given Jordan a bit more grace, but you didn't. You didn't. You walked away immediately. Like, you gave nothing to the relationship. So then they talk about the whole, him regretting that he introduced her to Luca. Jordan basically said, it's not on you. Like, I don't mean it in a bad way. He basically just mean as a parent, like, I shouldn't have kind of introduced you to him because he needs stability. Like, you gotta introduce him to a woman that he knows is guaranteed to get married to, which I understand. And the fact that Megan was crying, saying that, yeah, she gets it, but, it was sad to hear. It's like, girl, come on. This ain't about you. You're the one that broke him. You're the one that broke his damn heart. So I don't get the reason for getting emotional. She got with Jordan because Luca has diabetics and she's thinking like the reincarnation of her father. And even her sister was like, she had a dream about this. Like, they were doing too bloody much. It's like, you're marrying Jordan. I get, the child is there as well, but it was mainly about diabetics. Diabetes was the only thing they talked about until the very end when they were like, oh yeah, we're getting married. Like, do I really know you? Megan announces the news that she's a mother. She's a mommy. Mamacita. So, and the baby is 2 months and a half. So basically after 3 months of Love is Blind, she got with the guy and she got pregnant. It's not looking like it was planned, but that man looks like he's a rich man. And based on TikTok investigators, he's a rich man. He's a CEO. She basically says she was introduced to him through like a friend and, the chit chat, and here we are. And she was also like, we had our ups and downs. It's not perfect, but it's good. So let's talk about the timeline. So the filming finished in April. They met in July, April, May, June, July, and she got pregnant. And now they're living happily ever after. Okay, congrats to them and congrats to Megan. You bagged your man. You bagged your billionaire. Then they asked Jordan, like, did he know about the child? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. Respect that. But then they went onwards and said, someone messaged him on Instagram saying some like nasty comments about it, and he confirmed with Megan, and Megan kind of was transparent with him. I'm just thinking, like, if nobody contacted Jordan via Instagram about the whole baby thing, would Megan have told him? No. And the fact that he said, like, if he just found out, like, she was, she had a child in this reunion, it's gonna be jarring for him. And it would be. It's like a little bit of respect here. I mean, you were about to get married to this guy 3 months ago, give him the tea, give him what's going on, because there's going to be a damn reunion and you wouldn't want to leave the guy like shocked and really questioning your intentions. But side-eye Megan there. So no one actually knew about the pregnancy, only KACIE, and KACIE kept her mouth shut. Nobody knew. After the whole Jordan thing didn't work out, she went on a date with Blake. She went on a date with Mike. And then she obviously, now she's with the CEO. Like, she was busy. She was a busy girlie within those 3 months. So Jordan also clarifies the whole Mike being ignorant thing. Because while Mike was talking to Megan, he was like, we're going to have healthy kids. They're going to be like sexy kids. It's like, it's weird. It's weird to say sexy kids. But anyways, he basically was referring to Jordan having a child that had diabetics. I mean, the boy had diabetes since he was like 2. It's a genetic thing. Like, it's not like they were giving him sugar all them days. So he was ignorant. He didn't have the valid information. So Jordan cleared it up, and he also said, he cleared it up. Both him and Mike, they're in good terms. Like, he apologized and has even donated to charity. So they good. I feel like out of all the cast, Jordan is my favorite. He is pretty funny. Like, he was out there just laughing and blaming it on his ADHD. He was making faces, laughing, and they're like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I got ADHD." And that's it. Okay, so now we have the whole KACIE and the ring issue. Like, why is this here? Like, it's so boring to me. I don't even understand this whole ring thing. KACIE did the guy dirty, give the ring back and call it a day. And Patrick, if she doesn't want to give that damn ring back, close the chapter and move on. Like, you didn't buy the damn ring. Netflix got the ring. And the fact that some people are like, you definitely added more to that ring, added extra cost to that ring. If it did, I guess, get your ring back. Yeah. Like, the whole ring thing was not a big deal. And the fact that after that whole ring issue, they did like a basketball game to see who to get the ring back. I feel like they just played a damn basketball game, but not the whole thing that, oh yeah, well, whoever wins get the ring back. It's like, why are we doing that? But the whole basketball thing was weird in a reunion. That segment was strange, but it was a little bit funny. It was a little bit of entertainment, I guess, but it was strange to add it in a reunion. Like, this is supposed to be a serious reunion. We have a lot to discuss, but technically no. Like, everything was just very surface level. The fact that KACIE was like, Patrick told me to keep the ring, and it was like, yeah, I told you to keep the ring when I still thought we're together. I still thought we're gonna meet in Denver. So then after I saw like you didn't want to meet up, I said, give me the damn ring back. Like, period. Yeah. And Patrick was kind of weird to me. Like, he didn't really express himself a lot. Like, you were embarrassed on TV. Like, there's a lot for you to fire back at KACIE for, but he really didn't do much. Maybe it was under tension, it was under pressure, in that whole setting. And the fact that I was begging for an apology was like, KACIE, okay, but this whole ring issue, just apologize. He said that about 3 times, and KACIE was like, you don't need to tell me how to apologize. But it was weird for him to beg for an apology. It's giving Calibra begging Edwin for apologies. Like, you didn't need to do that. You deserve an apology, but you didn't have to beg for it. And then when she was about to give the ring back, he was like, principle wise, I deserve the ring back, not even about the money. And then she was like, yeah. I just feel like, Patrick, what are you doing? And you're doing all this principle seeing eye thing. There's no eye here. I don't see eye with KACIE in your situation. She did you wrong. Honestly, the whole reunion was about KACIE. Like, KACIE is that girl, I guess. Patrick and KACIE, they called it off, like, after the damn balls, and that was it. Like, the relevance of KACIE was nothing to me. Anything relevant about KACIE was after the show. Like, we only talk about the damn show, but they gave us more things that she's done outside of the show. Like, she's the main character. Like, they made her the main character. So KACIE and Joe, they dated after the show for like a month, and we did hear that after the whole suit fitting, they hung out with the Pod Squad, and Joe and KACIE were flirting. That's the tea. And Madison chips in and says, whatever connection you guys had, it affected our relationship. I'm just wondering, like, Madison, are you watching the same show we're watching? Like, the guy was never into you since day one. I don't know what KACIE had to do with this. I don't know. Like, it seems like both KACIE and Joe, they were talking in the pod, so it made sense to pursue it outside. I mean, if things didn't work out with Madison, move on with other connections. She got frustrated and basically says, Joe, don't you remember that you told me that she was flirting with you, and you were telling me that she was giving you googly eyes? And KACIE was like, I didn't give that man no damn eyes. We weren't flirting. She denied. She was like, after the show, we did date for 1 month, but it had nothing to do with your relationship. Period. But I do feel like they were flirting in the gather. I don't think in the gathering. I don't think Madison was lying, but that didn't affect your relationship. It really didn't. Like, it was the time that you guys did the gathering after the fitting. The relationship was already over. It was already over, just not verbally. Like, I mean, same day you verbalized it to you. So KACIE got nothing to do with it. And Madison mentions when both her and KACIE went to a pool party, KACIE came up to her and said they're Eskimo sisters, and that was very obviously that's disrespectful. I have to look that up. Eskimo sisters, basically 2 women that slept with the same guy. That's a weird comment. KACIE said she never said that, but I don't think Madison would make that one up. KACIE's looking like you did say that. The time she mentioned it, her and Joe, they weren't in good terms. Like, she was complaining about Joe treating her wrong and everything. Madison found it a bit weird because it's like, why are you talking to me about Joe when you know I'm his ex-fiance? Like, read the room. Period. I don't know what KACIE was doing. I don't get it. Kay and KACIE, they were very irrelevant, and they were getting more camera time than the main cast. Kay jumps in and says Joe was dating Ivory, and she was also at a pool party same time as KACIE, and KACIE was crying. She was very upset, about the breakup with Joe and the fact that he's coming with a new girl. Joe basically claims that that time both him and Ivory, they were like on and off kind of thing, but now they're still together. Then Madison also states that post the show, both her and Joe, they hung out, talked about things because she wanted to know more about the breakup. And I'm just like, Madison, like, give it up. But I guess here she probably didn't know much because she didn't watch the damn show. But then after they met up, they went outside and they kissed, they made out, and Joe was basically like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that, but the feelings were high. I'm not really a person that cries. I'm not really an emotional kind of person, but there was something there. I was feeling it. Like, he wasn't really over the breakup yet, and they made out. Honestly, Joe, I cannot not like him. His mannerism is exactly like Nick from New Girl, and all I can do is just laugh. Like, he is funny. His mannerism, the way he talks, I cannot like him because I like Nick from New Girl. So yeah. Even when I was talking about Nick in the show, saying that he may be everybody's guy, but he can never be my guy. Like, he is so funny. Like, Madison felt Joe body shamed her, and Joe was like, he didn't mean to do that. Like, they were basically talking about their types, and he basically said my type is small and petite, but like that wasn't what I was trying to come across as. And he apologized, and I got nothing to say about that, but he apologized and sorry, Madison. And they basically asked, so after Joe has apologized for everything he has done, are you guys good? And Madison was like, I still don't understand why we broke up, but I can't get a word from Joe, so yeah, let's just close the chapter. Madison, it's very clear, it's very obvious. Okay. So now we have the whole Nick, Annie, and Kate thing. I'm like, what is this? This is just beat about Nick and Annie. And their segment gave absolutely nothing. It was just Kate talking about bullshit, begging for apologies. Nick has gave about 3 apologies. Even if it's scripted from ChatGPT, it looks like a business kind of apology. It looks very, performative, very formal, but he gave a damn apology. That's how he can give his apology. Even in the show, the way it was apologizing was given scripted, but maybe that's how the man speaks. But anyways, he apologized. If I was in K position and I see a man apologize 3 times, I don't care if it's from ChatGPT, I don't care if it's scripted. Like, I got nothing to do with this guy. Okay, I just say thanks for the apology, goodbye. She was doing absolutely too much. I didn't like her. Like, I don't like her. Like, I'm very sorry. And he even talks about the whole love bombing. Like, it did come across as love bombing. Yeah, agreed. But he just said how I was feeling at that time. He should have paused and think about it first before he starts speaking. And he also said using faith was wrong. Facts. It was manipulation. And he agreed. Like, it was wrong to do that. I don't know what else we're looking for here. And Kay basically said it's unnecessary, it's reformative. Like, she would have appreciated if Nick called her privately without the cameras. And I'm thinking, like, the show was on camera, like, and he apologized to you. And he even said after the show they met up, and Kay never said she wasn't happy with the damn apology. She never said it. So why would he call you to apologize to you again? That's a bit weird to me. And they asked Annie that, why are you doing too much, trying to hold on to nothing that was there with Nick? And he was like, she just didn't want to give up. She just wanted to try, but that wasn't her person. So, like, they didn't really ask Annie valid question, because Annie would look like she was drunk all the time. Like, we need to question that. Like, what? She was crazy. She was a crazy lady. And they asked her about the whole Brendan thing. Like, did she regret not picking Brendan? She was like, nah, like, she wouldn't have picked Brendan. Like, Nick was the person that she would pick. Okay. I like that. Just a bad decision, period. So then the whole Joe not liking Nick thing, I got it as well. Like, I understood exactly the reason why Joe did what he did with the Nick thing. All the guys were on Brendan's side, period. Because even when Nick came in saying that, I got engaged, it was crickets. Nobody was coming for that guy. Maybe later on they're like, oh yeah, And Brenda just stood there and said, I don't want to talk to you. Nick was never close to any of the guys. It was even said it was like he was kind of someone who gonna stay by himself. He didn't really tell anybody who was dating, but he assumed that Brendan knew. Brendan could have guessed who was dating. And he basically said both him and Joe, they're good. Then Kay says she dated Brendan as well. Oh, she wants to be the main character so much. Anyways, but she's the second lead. She's the second lead. KACIE is the main character. So she basically said she dated Brendan after the show. But, you know, they went on a date. Then after, they went to like a party. And Brendan was all up on KACIE. They were flirting. They were just doing the most. And KACIE was like, nah, I didn't do that. Like, KACIE, why you denying everybody? Like, KACIE doesn't hold any loyalty to you. So if Brendan was flirting with that girl, like, the onus is on Brendan. And why is Brendan on the damn freaking reunion since we're putting irrelevant people there? Might as well put Brendan and Blake. I mean, Blake came at the end to give ice cream or something. I'm just like, what the heck? Where's Anna? Anna is kind of important here. Like, Anna is more important than damn KACIE. Honestly, where is Anna? Anna should have been there. She's more relevant than Kate. Period. KACIE did not ask her. And she was like, Patrick was there. And Patrick was like, I was not there. Like, what are you saying? Patrick said, I ain't going back you for your last. I never liked Ali. After she was speaking to her friends, making fun of the guy about him being a truck driver. Like, she didn't make the fun. The girls did. Her friends did. And she laughed. So it basically seems like you agree with what they're saying. That's who you are. Like, if you respect the guy, you would not be laughing. You cut it off. But she didn't. And that's when I'm like, I don't like this girl. So Ali basically brings up the whole conversation she had with Joseph's girlfriend, Melissa. And she never brought it up to that man. She never brought it up to Anton. And it seemed like she would have brought it up because at the end of that episode, she was like, you know, we got a lot to talk about. So it means after she said we got a lot to talk about, they never talked about it. Everyone was thinking that conversation was cut off the cameras, but she just never told the guy that, oh, your girlfriend's friend told me that you used to go to the strip club just a few months ago after you told me it's a year. Like, she should have questioned that. She should have questioned that rather than being passive aggressive to the guy drinking beers. That man drinks a lot of beers, but the whole drinking thing was passive aggressive. You have a lot of things hidden in you that you never communicated to the guy. It never made sense the reason why she didn't communicate it. Ain't no way she forgot that, because she was like, you know, that is very important to her. But the fact that right now they're, you know, talking about their religion, talking about family values, going back, finding religion. Strip clubs, all this partying, doing too much is not part of the goal. So why wouldn't you talk about that since that's your core value? I'm stressed because even in the confessional in that episode, she was saying how hurt she was. So it's like, why didn't you communicate it? The side-eyeing Ali, she never liked Anton. She was here for the clout. I mean, this is confirmed. And then she talks about how, you know, Anton was different from who she talks to in the pubs. Like, we never had serious conversation. And Anton was like, no, like, we did have serious conversation. Maybe most of them were off camera. And she was like, no, she actually believes that it's the other way around. Like, she was basically like, you know, on camera, he was life of a party. He was drinking all damn day. Like, that man was life of a party, but you don't want him to be a party guy. So, like, she confusing herself. And then she tries to come up with a reason why she didn't bring it up. And then she was like, you know, she doesn't know why she didn't bring it up because it wasn't important to her. Maybe it's because of, you know, the night shift thing came into it. When Anton came from work, he's tired. Like, we don't really talk. He doesn't even greet me. It's like, boy, I did 14-hour damn shifts. Same way you come home from work, you can't even do damn clean. You gotta clean up after yourself. Man is tired, wants to sleep, cross his legs, go to bed. She was just trying to come up with excuses that it wasn't getting. Like, this is a regular, and Anton was like, this, I'm a human being. Like, this happens. You come from work, you're tired. It doesn't really stop you. You can't really have deep conversation every single time, but you do have conversations. You do have your conversations. It's just, Ali was not getting anywhere with this one. And they asked her, like, what really gave her the ick in the relationship. And she talks about the day when that man wore freaking sliders to the beach. And then they showed the clip towards the end. You could tell that girl was like, nah, not for me. I talk about how does Anton feel about the whole, you know, the friends kind of laughing at him, the whole truck driver thing. He basically said, like, they don't know me. They don't know how I make my money. Period. Then Anton, he said he's dating someone, and they show his girl. He's like, that's my girl. She understands me. She's exactly what I want. Love that for you. Love that you found someone that appreciates you for who you are. Good for you. And then I asked, Alida, are you in a relationship? She's like, it's Netflix. It's Netflix. She was giving who that here. She was like, thanks for asking about, my private life, but I want to keep it private. I want to keep it personal. It's Netflix. Then final segment is Edwin and Calibra. Edwin and Calibra should have been first or like second. Like they were the most important ones. Like we have a lot to talk about. And we got nothing here. The fact that Edwin thinks like it's normal, go okay. I don't know. I don't see anyone outside of a child, even children are a bit more mature, licking floors, kissing floors, saying that it's been a while since they made out. At least it's nice to make out with something. Eating burgers, hiding in cabinets. That's questionable. Like, and you watch yourself on TV crying that you didn't get the vajayjay, saying that you didn't ask God. There's something there that we need to look into, Edmund. Like, you watch that and you think that was normal, then there's something wrong. Yeah, there's something wrong. If you watch that and you think that's normal, there is something wrong. But I feel like Calibra, she knew exactly what she was doing. Like, I can't really feel sorry for her. I feel like she's an educated lady, social worker. She's a smart lady. And she knows exactly what to do. She just ended our relationship exactly the way KACIE and Patrick ended theirs after their grandpas. Calibra basically says this man was crying all damn day and it was a source of manipulation. I agree. A grown man should not. The fact that when I say he's a normal guy, let's address you as a normal guy. You shouldn't be crying every damn day. You're a man. You're a man. Crying every day is a manipulation tactic. You're emotionally manipulative. Period. And also, he's very dismissive. Like when she cries, he walks off. He can't handle people being emotional, and he's extremely emotional. And you're ready for a marriage, Edmund? So Edmund basically dismissed everything I said. Him crying was not manipulation. Like, it was manipulation. You were crying because you didn't get a vagina. You were crying saying you were in a nice guy. Like, that's emotionally manipulative. Ain't no other way. Stop the crap. And Edmund, you ain't that slow. You know exactly what you were doing. Yeah. That one, you know. Carl basically says, time and time again, after we left the damn pause, you cried for 10 days straight. 10 days straight? All of a sudden you told her that you're not going to cry anymore, and then you stopped crying. So that's a bit weird out. It's giving access, giving emotional manipulation. It's like you tried the emotional manipulative crying to get whatever you wanted to get, but it wasn't working. So you're like, yeah, I'm going to stop crying now. And Calibra told you, like, to stop what you're doing because you're making her look like an angry black woman. That's giving performative to me as well. That's giving like you knew exactly what we watched, and you said this on camera in the reunion for us to kind of see you in another light. But I can't see you in another light. You call that man the B word, you doing all that things, saying that he cuss you out of your character. If someone is driving you out of your character, driving you crazy, leave the relationship. It just shows that it was fakery here. You made yourself look like that angry black woman. If anybody's gonna make me look like an angry black woman, I'm gonna leave the relationship. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna be every day pleading to this man, don't make me angry, don't make me angry, don't make me angry. And he's gonna piss you off every day, and you stay there. You just want to be the angry black woman. Like that's what it's looking like. You should pack your bags and leave. Nick told Annie, I'm out. Peace out. You could have did the same. Like many people left and they called it a day, but you decided to stay begging this man every day to apologize to you. His response is, I respect you. I give you grace. I give you time when you're PMSing. I give you time. I give you time alone. I'm just like, why do we need to say that part? It's strange to me. It's really strange to me that he talked about the PMS. It's like, okay, what's that supposed to do with the conversation? You basically saying, I give you grace, I give you time, denying everything. It's giving there's something there. It's giving lack of accountability. Yeah, honestly, Calibra, it was a humiliation ritual for her. Like, she did this for the fame, for the clout. That's what it's looking like. There was nothing here at all. So anyway, she basically talks about there was a day where, Edmund was like on his knees, crying and everything, doing too much because someone called him obnoxious. Edmund said we would never do that. Like, why would he be kneeling? That was embarrassing. That, like, if you had a little bit of respect for him, you wouldn't say that. I can't imagine him doing it. But then she was like, when she was saying that, I was like, how can it be a nail on the floor outside because someone called me obnoxious? That's weird. But then she was like, guys, she continued on and say it was the same day that he hit the cabinet. And I'm like, okay, Calibre, yeah. He was probably doing that kneeling. And Edmund is really trying to cover, his shame. He's trying to show that he's a normal man. That's why it's like he didn't kneel. But you couldn't deny the whole cabinet thing. You couldn't deny hiding the cabinet. But, Calibre, you didn't have to do him like that. You didn't have to do him like that, but... And again, he basically says he forgot. Everything he forgot. He didn't do it. He don't remember. The amnesia these days for Edmund. The amnesia. She ends by saying she did love him. Like, this was a trial marriage after all. It has always been a trial marriage. It was never going to be a marriage. So she concluded it there by saying it was a trial marriage. She did apologize for the whole cursing thing. And she says if and don't ever be with someone that calls you like that, because them calling you that name is basically shows that there's no love there. They don't love you. And that's Calibre's way of saying that I never liked you. That's why I said it. And they hugged it out and called it a day. I'm like, why are we hugging? There's so much to talk about. But Edmund was given nothing. Yeah. Then they closed the reunion with Jordan saying that it's his birthday. And they talked about the chicken smoothie thing. Disgusting. But the man did. Maybe that chicken smoothie is working, but I could never. Then they all had ice cream. They brought Blake out. Yeah. And that was the reunion for season 9. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to your girl, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.